Afzal 7-1, all of them. The man himself 9-1. Going Broke and Chris Eyre 10-1. Burren 4 and Gembridge Jupiter 12-1. Vivac and All 10 Glazed 14-1. And on 18-1, Mosmoran, Eboracum and Duncombe Prince. That's come in from 20s. 18-1 Duncombe Prince and Lawnswood Misses 20-1. 25-1 bar.
And they're away. Afzal gets a flyer on the outside. John Joe O'Neill. Afzal goes on from Mossmore and Mitolini and Mr. Dean Top. Then going up to join him is Eboracum. But it's Afzal with the advantage from Mitolini and Mr. Dean Top on the inside. Then comes Eboracum. Geary's Cold Road and Lawnswood Miss, and then into Melody on the outside with Cut and Dry and Chrysaor on the inner. Afzal making it a very fast pace in this 2.5 mile Whitbread Pale Ale Handicap hurdle. Jumps that clear of Mitolini in second and Mr. Dean Top on the inside. Then close in fourth is Eboracum. Just in behind them, into Melody and Chrysaor and Lawnswood Miss on the inside with Geary's Cold Roll. The back marker at the moment is Road to Mandalay with Vivac also among the back markers and Mollington as well. Afzal in the lead from Mr. Dean Top, Mitolini. Cut and Dry right up there too with Eboracum. And it's Afzal about 4 lengths clear of Mr. Dean Top on the inside of Mitolini. Cut and Dry and Eboracum and Cold Rolled Gold. Roll Cold Gold. Geary's Cold Rolled. I knew I'd get in a mess with that one. Just behind him is Chrysaor. Behind Chrysaor is Alton Glazed. And then comes Gembridge Jupiter. So into the straight on the first circuit with Afzal, the clear leader from Mitolini and Mr. Dean Top. Behind them come Cut and Dry and Eboracum with Geary's Cold Road. Chrysaor. Road to Mandalay's made ground on the stand side. The grey just almost getting in the picture now, but not quite. Afzal landed in the lead there. From Mitolini in second and Mr. Dean Top third and Chrysaor fourth. Then came Gembridge Jupiter and Geary's Cold Road and All 10 Glazed and into Melody and Road to Mandalay. Afzal jumps that clear of Mitolini. Mr. Dean Top and Chrysaor and Geary's Cold Roll. Lawnswood Miss making ground over on the far side with the man himself. Into Melody just in behind the leaders with Going Broke also. So coming down to the winning post on the first circuit. Now the complete round here, and Afzal and John Joe O'Neill well clear of Mitolini, Geary's Cold Roll and Chrysaor and the man himself and into Melody, and behind them Gembridge Jupiter. Mr. Dean Top on the inside of Going Broke and then All 10 Glazed, and behind them comes Burren Poor making a little bit of ground. Then Lawnswood Miss and Dodgy Future on the outside, and the back marker at the moment is Duncombe Prince. Still Afzal from Mitolini. Little gap then to Geary's Cold Roll. Chrysaor into Melody. Behind into Melody, Gembridge Jupiter. Then the man himself, Dodgy Future on the outside of Going Broke. And in between Going Broke and Dodgy Future is All 10 Glazed. Then Burrapoor. Behind Burrapoor is Mollington. Afzal from Mitolini. Geary's Cold Roll and Chrysaor and Gembridge Jupiter on the outside. Dodgy Future making a little bit of progress into Melody's upsides him. Going Broke. Then comes the man himself, Burren Poor's making a little ground. Then comes All 10 Glazed and Mollington. And behind them, Mossmore and Lawnswood Miss. Vivac. Behind Vivac is Takiros. And Mr. Dean Top has dropped right back to last. So they're beginning this long looping turn now towards the home straight, and it's still Afzal in the lead. Gembridge Jupiter going up to challenge on the outside. Mitolini on the inner. Burren Poor is still making progress. Just in behind him comes Chrysaor. Behind him is Going Broke, and behind Going Broke, Geary's Cold Rolled and then Mollington as they race towards the home turn. Gembridge Jupiter, the challenger to Afzal. Geary's Cold Road. Burren Poor still making ground just in behind the leaders. Into the straight now. Gembridge Jupiter has taken over from Afzal. Burren Poor Mitellini on the inside, Chrysaor with a chance, and Going Broke also towards the stand side, but Gembridge Jupiter with the advantage and going strongly in the lead. From Chrysaor, who jumped in second, picked a little bit on landing. Barenpour has gone third. Coming down now to the second last flight, and as they do so, Gembridge Jupiter under pressure now. Chrysaor in second. Third is Barenpour, still making ground, and Dodgy Future is coming there quite strongly too. It's Gembridge Jupiter being pressed now by Dodgy Future, who's gone second. Chrysaor third at the final flight. Gembridge Jupiter lands in the lead, but towering. Dodgy Future is second, Chrysaor is third, and Barenpour fourth. Racing into the closing stages, Gembridge Jupiter being chased all the time by Dodgy Future. Inside the final furlong, Gembridge Jupiter from Dodgy Future, Gembridge Jupiter, Dodgy Future on the near side. There's little between the two as they race up towards the line. Gembridge Jupiter from Dodgy Future, and at the line is just Gembridge Jupiter the winner. Dodgy Future is second, Chrysaor is third, and four was Barenpour. That's the 1, 2, 3, 4. The judge was called on a photograph. The judge was called at a photo, but I think we'll find that number 12, Gembridge Jupiter, owned by Mr. Anthony Carver, trained by Chris Trietline and ridden by John Suthern, has held that long and determined challenge by Dodgy Future. Number 21, owned by Mr. Delo, trained by Stan Mellor and ridden by Mark Pettit, with third, number 9, Chrysaor, and fourth, number 22, Barenpour.